Hey everybody, it's Keri Johnson coming to you live on my personal page. Welcome to Lights, Camera, Passion, owning your confidence in front of the camera. So as you're hopping on, say hello to me. I have a ton of new connections that I've gotten this week and last week. So if I don't know you or you've never seen me before, or you don't know my story, please say hello so we can be friends. My intention for this free masterclass is to give you to make your next photo shoot more fun and to give you some tips that I have learned over the last 20-something years when it comes to posing, when it comes to picking your outfits, your colors, and even if you're doing selfies around your house or in your car, you know, how to really find the best lighting. Because tiny little tips will change everything. It'll change the end result. And pictures sell. And we are now in a digital age, an online business world where monetizing your vibe with a photo shoot or with pictures, people need to see your energy. They want to feel the energy. And I remember my father said years ago, you know, we were in commercial real estate. He always had pictures. He kept saying, pictures sell, pictures sell. And these were pictures of land, you know, not very, you know, interesting for me to look at, but pictures sell. So if you're a coach or if you're a lawyer or if you're in business of any kind, you know, to learn how to have fun with your photo shoots is key. To show your clients your authentic self is also key. So they know when they see your picture, they can kind of get a vibe of who you are and what you're all about, if that makes sense. And after the last 20 years of being behind the camera and in front of the camera, I feel like I've pretty well mastered spinning around and understanding the logistics of it all. So I feel very, very comfortable behind the camera. And also when I'm posing people, when I'm posing women, because I photograph people the way that I want to photograph myself. You know, I get so jealous of some of the shoots that I do of other women. And a long time ago when we were doing family shoots for kids and stuff like that, I couldn't wait to get my kids into the studio. So if I'm jealous of my own photo shoots, then, you know, that says something about how I'm shooting. You know, I want people to feel comfortable no matter what. And when I was going through certain ages and stages of not knowing my next step in life, you know, I would look like I would come to the edge of the world, and I didn't know whether or not I was going to fall off because things did not look as they normally did. You know, I was running on autopilot for so many years, and then all of a sudden, you know, I've got this baby, and I don't know what to do anymore, and I don't know what to. I just was like not myself. I was in between changing. I was in that space changing from one version of myself into the next. And what a ride it's been. I would do it 10 times over and over again, but during that time of not knowing what to do, I didn't feel good. I didn't look good. I didn't have any style. I didn't, you know, I was lost. I was lost. And anytime I hit that road in life, which has happened several times, I always have to go to my toolbox and ask a question. Okay. Am I dying? No, I'm not dying. Okay, well, if I'm not dying, then my next question, what do I know for sure? What do I know for sure? What can I use right now, a tool around me right now that I can grab onto and move forward, get to the next step? So that's how my photography business started, by asking that. I have no idea where I'm going, what I'm doing, and I took a $300 camera and turned it into a 7-figure business in a very short period of time. So I've also mastered the key to business, and I help women do that as well. I'm a business mentor for women. I find your gifts if you don't know that you have any gifts, and we monetize them. And if you already know you have gifts and you're in a business not making any money, we monetize the business. And I do this, it's in my DNA. Don't ask me. I've created 4 different businesses and they've all been successful. Anything I start, I can build businesses overnight, whatever. But because I knew how I was feeling as a new mom, and I'm photographing other newborn babies, I knew how the other moms were feeling when they came into my studio. I knew, I could see it in their eyes. Your eyes don't lie when you're behind the camera, in front of the camera. You can hide them behind the camera. When you're in front of the camera, a smile doesn't cover up sadness. It doesn't cover up depression. It doesn't cover up angst. It doesn't cover up sickness. And people told me that, you know, when they saw me in some of the pictures, they're like, God, you look miserable. And I'm thinking, I was smiling. It didn't cut it. It didn't cut it. A smile can't hide how you're feeling. So I would always want these mothers to be in the pictures with the newborn babies because I thought it was very, very important for the baby and the mother to have this memory, but a lot of mothers didn't want to get in front of the camera, and I understood that. So when I would set up my photo shoots, knowing this, I learned every photo shoot I learned. Always learning, always growing, always creating new policies and stuff like that. But I learned to talk to them and have a conversation when they booked me for the photo shoot, because I thought it was very important for them to get in the picture, but they had to be ready for it. They had to come with their hair and makeup done. They had to come with lipstick on. They had to come in clothes that they were comfortable in. Not just showing up at a photo shoot, they just rolled out of bed and they want to pop in for a couple pictures. I'm probably not going to like them, they tell me, and I'm like, you're probably not, because if we're etching something in stone, you should probably have your lipstick on. I'm just saying, you know, when you get ready for a photo shoot, you overdo your makeup. It's not street makeup. You overdo it, and a lot of women don't. They look at themselves in the mirror after we're done with the hair and makeup, and they think it's too much, but it's really not. We have got to over accentuate some of the features, but with the right colors, you can still have a neutral, natural look. So, starting with feeling good, photographing well starts on the inside. Like anything else, it's emotions and energy. You have to start feeling good on the inside. That's how you smile with your eyes. I never understood that. Smile with your eyes. I'm like crinkling up my face. What does that mean, smile with your eyes? You know, smile with your eyes means show me your soul. Show me how you're feeling without smiling. It's very interesting. Because the eyes are the window to the soul. You've got to get in a vibe where you're feeling good. And if you are in a mode where you're not feeling good, I would push a photo shoot off. I know when I will not even be in front of the camera. I can't fake it. If I don't feel good emotionally, I do not want to get my picture taken, because it's not going to, first of all, it doesn't seem fun to me. And I know how I'm going to photograph. I'm not going to like the pictures at all. And I'm not going to even deal with it. So if it's not number 10 experience in my world, I don't participate. People who know me know that I say that and know that's true. So, okay, let's say you're feeling good and you're getting ready for a photo shoot, but you're still a little nervous. My tips for this, whether you're doing your own selfie shoot or whether you actually have someone coming over to take it, or whether you have scheduled a big photo shoot, you know, put music on, get in the vibe. Music has such an incredible way of amping up our vibration and our energy and our emotions. So music is very, very powerful. When you're playing the music, you know, while you're putting your makeup on, or while you have your hair and makeup, you know, gal over there, whoever is doing it, styling you, you know, have a glass of wine if you want. Have your favorite things around. Have a friend come over to make you feel comfortable, you know, to make you relax a little bit, because the first set of pictures normally are just test shots. I mean, we normally, so tip number 2. Tip number 1, put music on. Get comfortable. Make sure you're feeling good emotionally. Number 2, oh my gosh. While you're getting ready, feeling good, having friends come over, making you smile and laugh, whatever. I forgot what that was. I'll come back to that. If anybody is here watching, let me know what I was just saying. I don't know what happened to that thought. It went away. Having friends come over, doing girls' night outs, and I love when my friends and my girls are around me because I can get natural smiles. I want to be natural and have fun at the photo shoot, no matter what it is, no matter what it's for. I want to be in clothes that fit me, that look good on me, that I feel comfortable in, not just to go buy something because you think it's going to photograph well. If it doesn't fit and you don't feel comfortable in it, then I was at wine. Oh, hey, Jason. No, I haven't even had any. No wonder I forgot that thought. I even said it and I forgot the thought. So I want to be comfortable and to have fun in front of my photo shoots. And I always want my photo shoots when I'm photographing other people to be just as fun. I want natural smiles. So if let's say you've got 3 different outfits that you're going to do, 3 different shoots, 3 different locations, 3 different looks, whatever, I would save your most favorite for last. That's what I was saying. I would save your most favorite for last, because just getting used to the photographer, getting used to the scene, getting used to, you're in your first outfit, but you're not really truly relaxed yet, even if you think that you are. Maybe some people can get away with this, but for the most part, I found that, we're just kind of getting to know each other for the first outfit. And I've seen, after we're doing ordering sessions and people like the pictures, they like the ones towards the end. They like the second ones. The first few are not really the ones that they choose normally, unless we just shoot a lot in that same outfit. But when you're picking your clothes too, I like to go with color palettes, not just black and white or cream and white, or you know, and your backgrounds too, but to go with color palettes. Like if you were at Home Depot and you look at a paint palette, this is how I tell my families, instead of just picking two colors that go together, you know, you can have people dressed in, you know, all pastels maybe, or, you know, like a real peach or pink or cream and white, nudes, you know, beige, and then add textures to it too, because textures are something I look for. Colors and textures are amazing in a portrait. Always make sure of your background. Take a look at your background, and whether you're taking selfies, make sure you know everything that's in your background, because if you're just focusing on yourself, there could be things in your background that you don't really want seen, you know. While if you're on a professional shoot, the backgrounds that I'm looking for are textures and colors to complement the outfit. So I like to put together a production shot list together. So we pick your, you know, let's say we're doing 4 different locations. If it's a lifestyle branding session, we're gonna pick your first outfit. What vibe does that give? So then we're gonna go find a location that gives the vibe of the outfit, perhaps makeup. You know, we may leave the makeup, may change the makeup, and then we go find a location that gives that vibe. We're not gonna be in a, you know, fancy dress somewhere that doesn't really equal, or a color or a texture that doesn't really look or go with the vibe of if you want something fancy. Although, one of my favorite things to do is mixing old with new. This is something that I did in the studio a lot. So if you are in a fancy gown, then maybe you're in like a loft, or I had these antique couches that we used a lot. So something new mixed with something old, like maybe a ripped, tattered dress on a beautiful couch, something like that. That gives a really interesting look too. When you're mixing old and new, it is visually, I think it disrupts people visually because they're not expecting what to see, but it can be done extremely beautiful. So lighting is extremely important when you're doing your photo shoots. Everybody, I'm sure, in their home has a perfect spot that if you found it, you know, you could do all your selfies there, as long as you could fix the background and make sure that the background is on point too, or plain. I mean, nothing really needs to be in the background. A window light is perfect. Natural lighting coming in, but if you're standing too close to the light, you could have too much light on your face. So you have to kind of balance and see how you look. But the perfect thing about digital is you can take as many pictures as you want to and delete them. You can keep trying and delete them. Like you can know your angles by just putting your phone up or having someone help you, you know, take the pictures of you while you're practicing the perfect poses. Do you like your hand on your hip? Do you like your leg bent? Do you like, you know, your head to the right or to the left? You know, to find your perfect angles, so then you're ready to go. You know how you're gonna look. You know how you're going to appear once the camera's pulled out. You know, you don't have to guess, because we can't really hear the cameras being clicked, so we don't know. So if we ask someone to take a picture of us, if they're on the iPhones, you know, they take 500 pictures and we think that we're standing there in one pose. So you can't hear the cameras on the iPhones being clicked. So what I do, whether I'm photographing someone or whether, you know, my girls and I are being photographed, is we say switch. So every time they click it, they're switch. So we keep moving. You know, and then I tell my people that too. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep clicking. You keep switching. Switch, hand in, just whatever they do. And then if they do something awkward, then I'm like, no, put your head back down this way. Or, you know, sometimes people are looking way up. I don't know. I've done that too. I don't know why we tend to like raise our chins so high. I'm always saying, bring your chin down, bring your chin down. Bring your chin down. Shoulders back, stomach in. I mean, like kind of do like an inventory of how you feel your body is looking. And sometimes when you're nervous, it's hard to do. You know, people are like, they're tensing up, they're squishing their arms, you know, together. And I'm always like, relax your arm. Because even the thinnest of arms gets fat when you squish it, when you push it to your side. So it's like you just have to relax, and just get comfortable and have fun. And ask to see the pictures too. Take a couple of them and then let me see the picture. Okay, oh gosh, well my hair is totally off or it's totally flat. So the switch, you know, you're getting different angles then you could possibly say, okay, I don't like this angle, you know, I like this angle because my hair falls this way. So I try that one, but now I've got 2 daughters that follow my lead. So now everybody wants that angle. So nobody wants to be on this side. And I'm like, so I had to find a new pose because I'm always the one on this side now. So I like playing with my hair too, just for something different. Like some work, some don't. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. We throw out 100 pictures. 1 to 10 might be good. And that's why when I photograph, or when I hire a photographer, if they don't shoot like I shoot, I'm disappointed. Because sometimes, it takes a lot getting ready for a photo shoot, especially if you've got other people. It's the clothing, perfect colors, perfect clothing. It's the hair and makeup. It's an investment. And it's a lot of moving parts. So if you get and then hiring the photographer too. So if you get a photographer that doesn't shoot a lot, like I've experienced in the past, click, 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 okay, we're done, next. And I go, we're not done. Because I might be good on like image number 473 and 99, 201, not 1 through 5. Like if you only take 3 pictures, you didn't get the shot. I can guarantee you didn't get the shot. So making sure whoever you're hiring, or even if you're doing it yourself, keep switching, keep moving and seeing, your different angles. How do you like yourself, this way, or looking, or peering off to the side, or laughing. That's why the modeling shoots for me are so fun, because we have to be with strangers and just say silly things, because it's not audio. It's video. So we can say whatever we want to make other people laugh. And then you're laughing for an hour with strangers, telling jokes. You're getting natural smiles, natural expressions, natural belly laughs. And that's the secret behind the modeling gigs, Everyone's like, you look like you guys really know each other. Well, we're just like telling jokes, which is very fun. And then laughing puts you in that amazing high vibration. It's like a high after my modeling sessions. So I try to make my photo shoots, whether I'm in front of it or behind it, the same way. Having fun, whispering silly things in my girls' ears so they're laughing. Things that are kind of unexpected. So to have fun in front of your, the camera, just to have fun. Because why not? Like, make sure that you're in comfortable clothes, your hair and makeup's done if you want. And then, find a funny friend to come and make you laugh. Those are some of the things that I absolutely love. So some of the things about posing to watch out for. I told you about the arm thing. Don't squish your arm too much. And when you're out to dinner, this is one that, when you're out to dinner, even if you're with like a group of people and you're like at a long table or whatever, and the waitress comes over and is gonna take the picture of the group and she's at the head of the table. I'm not gonna, like if she's right here where my camera is, I'm not gonna be in this seat and have her shoot like 10 people behind me. Do you know how big I'm going to look? It's just perception. So I'm like, I'm out of that chair faster than anything. Or if I don't want to be photographed, then I can like scoot back, hide behind someone, or do something. Like I don't have to be in the picture just because I'm in the group, if that makes sense. It's different if you're on girls' night out or whatever, and all the girls are standing together next to each other. Then you're on the same plane, and then everybody's going to be, kind of the same size versus one person being in front. That to me was one that I had to learn after I saw the pictures being posted, and I'm like, okay, no, I don't like that look. I don't like that look at all. Always checking in to see how your body is, your shoulders, and never straight on. A lot of people just take pictures straight on. And we shouldn't even be walking straight on, because nothing is flattering about being straight on. So always, if there's a camera, do something quick, do an angle, twist a little, put an arm up, so then there's like a nice angle of your arm bending. If your leg is popped, then there's a nice angle. So it's like all about the angles in my eyes. I use chairs, I use benches, I use the floor, just so I can like get cozy in the angles. Hugging your knee. If you're with people, as close as you can get to people. And a lot of people don't like to touch each other, even though they're their family. I'm like, can you get a little closer? Get a little closer? Because if they're all just standing straight onto me, like, I'm like, that's not gonna work. Like, I'm not even gonna pretend to press the button. Everyone needs to get a little closer and like just kind of mold them together like clay. And those are the best family shoots, is when people just kind of like mold together. That posing like that is really, really amazing. So most of the time, what takes up so much time is getting everybody into position, getting you posed, even if it's just one person, getting you posed on a chair. Let me see how it looks. Let me maybe take a test shot. Let me, tweak this, tweak that, tweak your hair, tweak you looking. And then, once the posing is done, that really takes up most of the time. Then you can shoot as much as you want. But again, you don't want 50 pictures of the same pose. The same look, yes. The same pose, no. Any little tiny little movement of your head, any little tiny little smile or not smile or look can make a huge difference. Things can look identical, but then just a tiny little something. That's why I like keep moving around. Practicing your selfies, not in the mirror. I would suggest practicing them on a phone. So you're actually knowing your angle on the phone. In the mirror, you still look a little bit different in the mirror. So I would not do it in the mirror, I would do it on the phone. And do it full length. And if you're coaches, you've got, the ring lights and everything. So go and find the natural lighting in your house and, make sure you check your background out and just keep shooting pictures of yourself to see how you like the way you look, how you're standing, what you're wearing. You might think that an outfit looks great on you, but doesn't photograph very well because it's maybe too busy or too bright, or, a lot of things don't photograph, that you might wear out in the street. And a lot of things that we wear on the street don't photograph. And sometimes I just use fabric and wrap people up in fabric. And it looks like beautiful ball gowns. And it's just fabric. So I did that with my girls. I had a really cool shoot with them. And they were only in fabric. Let's see who's here. Hey, Jason. Melissa, Ralphie, Paula, Kimberly, how are you guys doing? Let's see. When using a solid background, should it be lighter? For like a headshot or something? I think it can be any color. It can be white, it can be gray, it can be blue, and it can be black too if you want something a little bit more dramatic. But I would not wear something white against a black background. I would wear something gray, possibly, or if you're away from it a little bit further, then you could do black on black. That would be kind of interesting as long as you don't fade into the background, if there's enough light to separate you from the background. Gray backgrounds are good. I love natural backgrounds, outside, under trees, natural lighting, and I travel with basically just my camera. Like, everything is super simple the way that I do it. It's simple. It has to be easy for me to understand, quick. Like, I don't waste time. So I get the shot. I know when I get the shot and we can move on. I've been doing this long enough to know I can shoot in any lighting situation too. And that's one thing that I really wanted. I wanted to, and I asked a photographer this too. I'm like, when do you just know? Like, when do you know, how to just know what settings to go to? Whether it's too bright or too dark, or why is it blurry? Why is it this? All these questions I had when I first started, and I couldn't get any answers from it. Because when I first started, I didn't know photography. I didn't know business. I didn't think I had any talents or gifts at all. And everyone kept saying, just find something you love to do to make money at it. And I'm like, well, that sounds great. That sounds amazing. What is that? What in the world am I gonna do? And then all of a sudden, divinely guided, the photography happened. And I was working with, however old my kids were, those were the families that I would work with. And then as my kids grew, so did my clientele. And my senior portraits and my lifestyle models and my branding shoots, I think, are my favorite because it's one person and it's like a modeling session. And we do amazing, it's an easy shoot and we do amazing work. So there are no rules because I didn't have any rules, so I made up my own rules. That's pretty much how I run my life. Okay, let's see, Melissa. So for a professional realtor photo shoot, what colors do you suggest to wear? Luxury but fun look. I just did, now would this be on a, would that be on a solid, like a background or at a home? Because I actually just did some, I know you're a luxury realtor, so I just actually had a luxury photo shoot and we went to one of their multi-million-dollar listings. You might have even seen it on my story. So the girl was in a couple different outfits, beautiful green dress she had on. I think I posted them on my page too. She had a beautiful green dress on. She had white jeans on and a beautiful plum colored silk top. So that was, I mean, and the home was $13 million, I think, 13 or 18 million. So very, very high end. And they were stunning pictures. The man was in a suit. I would prefer something like that. Like if you're at a home somewhere, so you have the natural lighting coming in, so you can be, she was sitting on the kitchen counter for some of them, you know, with her legs crossed with a pair of fancy shoes on, with white jeans. So it was beautiful. Outside her home, yeah. If you have a really cool chair too, in your home, to pull it up to the window and just set your camera up and take some pictures. I don't like things that are too stuffy, but I've not, you know, I know that some people have to, you know, like lawyers and financial people have to wear their suits and stuff. So that's the vibe that we have to do. And we usually shoot those on a white background too. So they're just all, that's business, very business. I like posing women too, because I have two girls versus men, because I don't know, I feel like that there's only a couple different, I'm like, okay, do something manly, like, I don't know, what's comfortable for a man, you know? And I'm like, nope, that looks too girly, you know, so I have to be careful with the men. Yeah, luxury but fun. Yep, I love that. Let's see. Also, knowing that everything starts from the inside out, and you're going to be exuding, not your picture of yourself, you're going to be exuding how you feel every time you take a picture. People are going to feel your energy, the magnetism from inside. So really checking in to make sure that you feel good on the inside before you start getting your picture taken. And I've seen this is so funny too. I can tell when people are looking at me, they're looking in the camera, but then all of a sudden, like, they're zoning out and there's like nothing behind their eyes. And I'm like, this is so weird that I can see this. Like, their eyes didn't change at all, but I can totally tell that they're just like not with me. And I'm like, oh, come back to me. Come back. I don't know where you went, but come back to me. And like, look at me, stare right into my eyes, and like think of something. And then I have conversations with people too, especially when it comes to kids. Having conversations with the kids gets them thinking and looking, as I don't like any posed pictures, you know, so thinking and looking and laughing and telling me a story, telling me a joke. That's the way I shoot. Like, it's like we have a conversation and a photo shoot breaks out, because I want natural. I want to pull out what's in here to then be, you know, an image on the outside. And I'll tell you what, eyelashes for some reason just go away. I don't care how great your eyelashes are, but if you take a picture, I don't know what happens. The camera eats them, and like, I don't know where they go. So you've got to put on lashes if you want. I don't want to say you gotta. You don't have to do anything. I would highly suggest putting on some lashes. They don't have to be super glam. If you're very natural, you can still do natural. Your makeup still can be natural, but like I said, we've got to take the street makeup or the no makeup and like maybe like times it by 3, times it by 2. So, because everything disappears when you're getting your picture taken. The lashes are so important. The lipstick is so important, even nude. But otherwise, you're gonna look like you don't have any makeup on, and you don't have any lashes on. No matter if you put mascara on or not, it just doesn't work. Hey, Carolyn. So that's the eyelashes. That's that eyelash trick. And you might think you've got too much makeup on too, but you don't. And again, take the test shot with the pictures and see how you look. Most people are like, oh, most people are shocked because they think that they have too much makeup on. I don't normally wear this much makeup, and I don't normally wear lashes. Let's just take a picture, and then the makeup artist can redo it. And I had a couple people that didn't want to do that. They love my work, love my work, love my work. And the only time my work doesn't work is when my clients don't listen. It's when they want to control everything, when they want to micromanage everything, and they want to do what they think is going to look good. So I can only say so much. And they're like, I look like I don't have any makeup on. I thought my lashes were, would work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. I don't know. That's just something that I've learned. Let's see. Hey, Keri. If you have any other questions, ask away too. Quality versus quantity. I'm very big into that. I've had some people come with outfit after outfit after outfit after outfit. We only have about an hour or whatever, however much time that they booked. And it's the same look, just a different outfit. So unless they're doing some sort of like image board, or they're using them in a way where they're being cut out, that works. But I've had people say, oh, just more. It gets hot, people are sweaty, like it's just, you start to like melt. You start to kind of like fall apart after a while, unless you're doing a big production. And again, it's like different scenes. If you're moving locations and you're like completely creating a different scene, that's fine. But I can capture a look pretty quickly and then move on to a different one, versus having to, even in one outfit at one location, by just tweaking poses, you'll get so many different looks and you're still in the same outfit. I have a ring light, so do you still suggest to be near? I would, because the natural light is it's gonna light you up naturally. And when you have the little catch lights in your eyes, versus if you're facing a closet versus facing a window, it brightens your eye. I mean, the eyes, I focus on the eyes. Like, it's all about the eyes, pretty much. First, the eyes have to be in focus. They have to be lit up. There's life in them. If there's not life in your eyes, then it just doesn't look good. And then you get dark circles under your eyes too. So I love window light. I mean, if you can have great window light, I wanted my next studio to have huge windows. My next home is gonna have huge windows, so I have like just beautiful window light coming in, natural lighting. That's my favorite. It is my favorite. I don't barely take my flash around. I would wear more makeup and just see how it looks on you. Like, you don't have to overdo it, but make sure that if you still want a natural look, you can, but just accentuate it a little bit more. I think it looks better. Some people like just to get online and just be, like they rolled out of bed or whatever, hair in a ponytail, and that's fine. If that's their vibe, that's fine. But I prefer to be ready. There were many times in my life when I wasn't ready, and it wasn't very comforting. And I was not comfortable seeing myself in the pictures that look like crap. I would prefer to show up. Things are getting etched in stone, remember? And now digital, they'll never go away. So being ready is just something, even if you're showing up, working out of your home, being ready for the universe, being ready, showing up, being ready to work, being ready to receive, being ready to offer your energy in whatever you're doing. Plus, you'll feel better. I think you feel better if you're dressed and ready to go, even if you have nowhere to go. Put a nice dress on, put something on, get your hair and makeup done, even if you have nowhere to go. Then maybe you'll manifest somewhere to go too. But you'll always be ready for a picture. And I noticed too, a lot of people are doing like videos and stuff in their cars. And I have too, because we're always driving around, whatever, and it seems like that's the time that you can actually get some stuff done in the car. But I believe they're looking at their vent towards the radio. And if they would look the other way, towards the window of their driver's side door, now obviously you have the light coming in from the front of the windshield, but looking at the window, you're gonna get much better lighting. I don't like using a lot of filters either, so shooting it right has always been one of my things. I want to shoot right the first time. I don't want to screw it up and then filter it up. That's not how I started shooting film before digital came out. So that was something that I really, I had to shoot it right because we only had like a roll of 24, a roll of 36, very expensive to get developed. And then if the pictures didn't work. So I've been with families before and they're like, oh, Keri can touch it up. Well, we could just take the bracelet off so Keri doesn't have to touch it up. That would be a better idea because no one wants to spend time or money doing something, that you could do it right the first time. That's and it takes 2 seconds. Take a bracelet off or it's different if it's braces or something that you can't take off. But that's one thing. Oh, hey, Kelly. What time of day do you suggest for outside photography? Before the sun gets too bright, so either first thing in the morning or dusk, like right before this, like maybe 45 minutes before the sun goes down. Even when I do my beach shoots, I won't go too early. It's like 45 minutes, that's it. And the best timing would be probably 20 minutes before the sun goes down for the most beautiful lighting, because otherwise it's gonna be too bright. Unless there are a couple spots around that are covered and you can have natural lighting come in. There's a gazebo downtown that I love shooting at, and Kerrigan and I went down there yesterday and she took a bunch of pictures of me. I set it up, I found the lighting, I did a test shot on her and then gave her my camera. And she shoots like I shoot. So of course I've got my hair in my mouth and I'm like looking around and she got everything. She got everything, but I got some good shots out of it too, So if you can find a space, like if you can find a tree and then you're right at the edge of the tree, you're still covered, shaded. You don't have a lot of sun on you, but you're going to get the beautiful light, beautiful natural light. Then you can do that at any time of the day, just as long as there are no sunspots on you. A lot of people get discouraged too because, if they take 100 pictures, they don't like any of them except 1 or 2. That's really all you need. We dump so many pictures. So don't think that you're not photogenic if you have to throw out 100 pictures. I mean, I've done that all the time. Like all I want are like the top, like most amazing, most fabulous, top 5, top 10, and we'll shoot. I won't overshoot because that's just a lot of, I don't like doing extra work going through them all, but I want to shoot enough to know that we're gonna have a ton of pictures to choose from. So, hey Steve. I was with a photographer on a digital shoot last year in Italy. Assistant took 14,000 pictures, no exaggerate. Then first 4, who's going to go through those? I mean, but I know, and even modeling and seeing how they set things up, I'm like, I could set that up. I think I could set that up faster than you guys are doing. I don't really understand the whole production thing, but I don't want to be behind the computer going through 14,000 images, especially when I know I can get the shot and move on. Did you have to go through the pictures? And then also for the beach too, Kelly, you need a flash for the beach, for the sunsets. And that's one thing people are missing. They don't know that you need a flash. If you're gonna take a picture, your camera's gonna be taking the picture of the sunset, and then your people will be dark. So that's why you have to light them up with a flash. And then you have a beautiful background and a beautiful foreground. That gets into my class. No, yeah, I wouldn't either. My sister shoots a lot and I'm like, I'm not going through 1,000 pictures. No way, it takes her hours. Let's see. Most importantly, it would be just to feel good, have fun, and be silly. I mean, our pictures are just super silly because they don't have to be, in between the super silly ones and the ones that I'm throwing out, somewhere in there, we're gonna get a shot of a look that we like. Whether it's me and my girls together or whether it's me alone, but like no pressure. I can't handle it. I'm not doing any more pressure. The best shoots that I've done, we just throw together really, really quick. This is what everyone's wearing, meet down at this time, I'm shooting a couple, and then everyone can go do their own thing. That's it. Like, there's too much pressure, or I've seen a lot of pressure being put around these photo shoots, and then by the time you get there, the mom's frazzled, everyone's fighting, and they're not fun. And then, so you have a beautiful picture, but then everybody hates each other and they're all fighting. And the experience wasn't, doesn't match the picture. And I like my experiences to be calm and chill. So they match the picture. They match the beautiful picture. So when you look at that picture, you're gonna think of the experience, not the craziness, Another thing, when you're posing too, people clench up and they do weird things, which is fine, because then I'll just tell them, like, I don't know what's happening with your hand over there. You're like this. I'm like, put your hand down. Like they just, and just only because people are nervous. So while hopefully a photographer will tell you to turn, put your chin down, stop doing whatever you're doing with your hand. I had a family one time, and the men stick their whole hand in their pockets, and then I'm like, I don't like just seeing the wrist. So I'm like, I want to see a thumb, pull the thumb out or something. I'm like, show me a thumb, and he's just like this, and I'm like, okay, that's great, but not like that. I'm not gonna take a picture like that. Thank you for being so literal, but he wasn't kidding. He just really thought they all were like showing me thumbs. I'm like, okay, that's awesome. But so more authentic and real. I love it. Yes. Okay. So I have a couple programs that I want to talk to you about. I have a Keri Vision one-on-one virtual photo session. I bet you haven't heard of this before. No, I can do it. I will be on live video with you for 1 hour. We're gonna pick clothing. I'm gonna find the place in your house that has the best lighting. I'm gonna pose you. And if you have someone there photographing you, or if you have your iPhone there, that's fine. Show me the picture afterwards, and I'm gonna tweak you and do it again. We're gonna fix what doesn't. I'm gonna be your photographer virtually. And if you have someone there, even if you have an SLR camera and they're taking pictures and they show me what settings they're on, they show me the picture, and it's too dark or it's too light, whatever, I will be able to position you from here to allow you to get a great shot. So I have that. That is going on right now. That's one-on-one session. That's the Keri Vision virtual photo shoot. And that's $444. And I also have Portraits to Profit. This is if you want to monetize a photography business from start to finish. It's a 4-week program. I give you all of my everything on how I took $300 and turned it into a $7 million business. No, not 7 million, 7-figure, a couple $1 million. From start to finish. It's not a photography class, it's a business. I show you business from start to finish. You don't even know I didn't know how to use a camera, so I teach you from start to finish. So if you are looking to monetize a photography business, this would be perfect. If you want to take better pictures, this would be perfect. And if you don't know anything and you're looking for a business to monetize, I've got shoots that I'm going to walk you through how to do these photo shoots that if you do every single thing that I say to do, you can make like $2,000 to $4,000. My lawyer said I can't guarantee anything. However, I created shoots and a platform for it, everything from start to finish for you to help you monetize a business in a weekend. And right now, one particular one that I have in mind, you've got everything already. You don't even have to buy anything. Let's see, so I've got those two. That is $777, Portraits to Profit, and that's a 4-week class starting first week of October. The Keri Vision is going on right now at $444. These are the special investment rates. You could do both if you're interested in both of them. For a bundle of $999, you save $222. So those two, the Keri Vision shoot and the Portraits to Profit, my babies, because I did not know anything. I didn't know what to do when I was stuck and I had my baby. And I was divinely guided. This gift of photography, I have been wanting to, ever since 2008, help other women that are struggling the way that I did, emotionally, financially, not feeling supported, not comfortable in any area of their life. And I was gifted this from God and the universe. I want to help other women make money. This one's on photography. However, I'm a business mentor and coach. That's my gift and that's my goal, to help you monetize whatever gifts you have. So if you guys have any other questions, leave them in here, and then I'll come back when we're finished and I'll answer them. But thank you all for showing up. Thank you for playing with me. This was fun. All right, I will talk to you later. Have a great day.